Hello everybody, welcome to Montezuma. A little early, I was hoping to, well actually just a few minutes early. Oh, hold on. What am I seeing in the air? Didn't get a good look at it, I'm not sure what that was. Anyway, welcome everybody, we're in Montezuma. It's 39 degrees, I'm seeing some gulls in the distance, I'm not sure what they are. We have some sandhill cranes within view. Come on, wire, come on, come on, come on. 39 degrees out, so it's cold. Mostly cloudy. We'll try to get a better look. I'm tempted to get out of the car, but with the way everything is set up and everything, it just takes longer than I would like, and I don't want to spend a lot of time. It could be argued we should have started even earlier. The day is short, so we better get moving. Anyway, again, welcome. Just make sure things are up and running. One wire has a mind of its own, as I've said before. I wish YouTube would stop telling me that my watch history is off. I don't care. They want to have a say in what you watch. What have I seen so far? I did see a greater yellowlegs, I believe. May have seen some other shorebirds, but they're a little too far away for me to really look at with binoculars. So 39 degrees, I would say that's the coldest we've seen it this season. I know there was some discussion last week as to where are we in terms of like what this area is called or whatever. I've seen it called either the visitor center area or the visitor center pool. Either way, I know it's not technically Wildlife Drive. I always kind of consider it myself just all the same area, but it's not. I mean, I guess Wildlife Drive does begin where that one, the gate to it is. And where are we? We're not on a road or highway. We're on the driveway. So we're at the center, but we're on in the driveway. We can see the sandhill cranes from here. Let me look around also, see if this is a good spot to stop for a moment. I need to make sure we keep moving along because, as I've said, the days are short and we'll only have so much time. Oh, forgot to do some important things. Very important things. Very important things. All right. So we'll just take a quick look here.
Oh, how'd that happen? Oh, no wonder. Just heard a Canada goose. And here are the sandhill cranes. As you can see, there are several of them. Not the best views we've ever had. We would probably get better views from the deck of the visitor center. And if you're thinking, oh, you should go there, well, yeah, I mean, but that takes a little bit too much time and, quite honestly, a lot of aggravation. It's, you know, doing what we do in the car and everything requires a fair amount of setup on my part. I had seen earlier some shorebirds. I had seen a greater yellow legs. I'm not seeing it now. Let me just point you back at the cranes for a moment, and I'm going to look around. Hey, I'm going to look around with binoculars just a bit. Ooh, what's that over there? That doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. Hopefully it's nothing. Actually, it's different than not what I had thought, but I thought it was something bad. I thought it was maybe a bird that had died, but no, actually it's next to, I guess, a rock are a couple shorebirds, and I'm not sure what they are. Guessing maybe they are the yellow legs. I'm not positive though. Let me just go back to the sandhill cranes. I have seen some swans as well. I could not tell what they were. Whether they were tundra swans or trumpeter swans. Given all the tundra swan activity we saw here last week, my guess is they were more than likely tundra swans. I'm not seeing anything else, so we're gonna move along, and I'll switch cameras.
I'm hearing tundra swans now, so definitely tundra swans should be added to the list. If anyone is making a list. So we have the, I guess, the entry arch to Wildlife Drive up ahead. So this I consider all the, the visitor center driveway and parking area. If anyone's wondering. And just because that's what I consider, it doesn't make it right. But if you look at, if you ever pay attention to eBird notifications for Montezuma, you see often that there are some that are, maybe these other people are wrong for all I know, but we see that people post as having seen, various species in the visitor center area or the visitor center pool. I see either of those. And that's not new. I mean, that's been going on for a long time. What that guy's problem is. Up above, I see some swans. Again, I don't know what they are. This is through the windshield, of course. We had, quite honestly, some disappointing connections last week. I was not happy, and, if it's really bad, let me know. Sometimes there's nothing I can do. Sometimes there is something I can do. I don't know if, I think last week, actually, some of the problems we had here were somewhat beyond my control. I might have been able to do something to help improve things, and I probably, in hindsight, should have. But I think there's a bona fide issue in the area, just from what I could see, various indicators I have, etc. Gull up ahead in flight. By now, if there were a let's say an American bittern or a least bittern or a black crowned night heron, and any of those species, if we were to see one, it would be considered a rarity, just because of the time of year. They've essentially, or should have, left by now, with no doubt. Nights have been getting colder. So, well, I'm kind of creeping along here. Sure, I'll look somewhat for one of those species I just mentioned, but it's highly unlikely. I mean, it's difficult enough to see them even in season, especially the two bittern species I mentioned. But I really don't expect to see any now. And we've seen over the years. I think we have seen an American bittern that was spending time on a couple years ago. I think it was spending time, and I believe it was November by then. So it can happen, no question. Take a quick look out here, I think. Come on. Oh, that should work. Sorry. As I've said before, if you expect a true and professional operation here, you're going to be disappointed. However, I will always do my best. It's just too much stuff in this car in terms of my various setups and things like that. Like I said last week, I can barely fit anymore myself. Just too much stuff. Ooh. Wrong one, though. Okay, let's look at what's over. And some American widgeons. The widgeons, well, one of them anyway. Here, Canada geese. Here we go. So there's a widgeon there in the foreground. Got some heat shimmer going on, although there's no real sunshine. It could be because of just the temperature differential between the inside of the car and the outside. That often will do it too. So that is an American widgeon male there, and a female. Is that I believe it is. We just heard a mallard, but I believe, yes, this is a northern shoveler. Look at her. It's a female. Look at her large bill. A couple of them. There's a male. He is not in full breeding colors. Just heard a gadwall. You know, I want to close the window, see what happens. It's actually, believe it or not, the window glass is a problem, but it's actually a little bit clearer now because we don't have the heat shimmer issue. Now, see in the back there, in the back, right against the reeds, that's a blue-winged teal. We've got a gadwall in front of it, but that's a blue-winged teal there. Come on, gadwall, out of the way. Right against the reeds. Look, it's not in full breeding colors itself, but it's a male. And, I think, who's that? That's another gadwall there. Oh, there's that blue wing. Good. We get to see it. We often actually don't get to see it. But look at the white crescent that's starting. If you don't mind, please. Gadwalls, please, if you would.
Well, anyway, there's a white crescent. Is that another? There's a white crescent forming on its face as it gets its breeding colors. There we go. See that? Right behind the bill. So that is usually a great marker. And the blue wing doesn't hurt either, which is very prominent. Although I wonder if something possibly is a little bit off. Normally, uh-oh. Oh, coming into view, see there with the white neck, there at center screen and closer to the reeds, that's a northern pintail. To our right of it is a gadwall, and something had their attention. I don't know what. Hold on, what's this closer? Where is it? Another northern shoveler. And what's back over here in this corner? More shovelers. Mostly males, but there's a female there with them. Look at those, again, look at those large bills. Gadwalls there. And is this, I'll bet this is the same blue-winged teal. I hope it's okay. Looking at that wing and the blue that is showing on one side but not the other, I hope everything's okay with it. Anybody else here that we should be looking at? Okay, we did see one pintail already. There are two of them there together. One has the white breast, and to our left, and now on the right side of the male is a female pintail. Gadwalls, widgeons. Guessing we've seen some of them already. Here comes this. You know, I did see an eBird rare bird alert about for Seneca County about a blue-winged teal. And I was surprised by it. I thought, why would there be an alert? Maybe they aren't supposed to be around any longer. I don't know. And I hope this one, like I said, I hope it's okay. It seems to swim okay, but I worry about it being able to fly if there's any issue with its wing. I don't know if there's an issue or not. It might not be. There's a mallard. It's a male. This is a male mallard. We heard a female. There's a female. Another one there. All right, let's move along here. I'm going to leave everything in place. Just take a quick look over here, just see if anybody else. More mallards, gadwalls. Again, some of these birds we've probably already looked at, but maybe not. That's a pintail there. And that widgeon, for instance, I think it's probably the only widgeon. Well, there were two of them. There was a male and there was also a female there. I think we've already seen them a couple times. Okay. towards. More of the same by the looks of things. We've got some northern shovelers there, gadwall. To the other side, I would say. Oops. Hold on one second. Oh, is that isn't somebody, is it? No. Okay. All right, let's move things over to the other side. Just give myself some room here. I'll stop here for a bit. Obviously have some Canada geese here, and I hear some gadwalls and mallard. Is that a green-winged teal by any chance in the grasses there? No, that's a pintail, I believe. Oh, some mallard just took off. They were nearby. I couldn't see them with the vegetation. Okay, back. Hold on a second. I wanna look at something. 1 second. Yeah, no difference. I hear tundra swans. Oh, oh, I see a northern harrier. Where is it? Shoot. Just by where it is, I can't stay with it. I did see, by the way. Wait, hold on 1 second. You know, let's move this over just a bit. Swans, probably tundra swans. Did I hear trumpeter swans? I'm not sure. It's possible, but I'm not going to say I have. Anyway, back here, I have already noticed, I didn't mention it a couple minutes ago, but I have noticed, yes, we have some ring-necked ducks back there. And way in the back, right against the grasses, I see some redheads. At least I thought I did. Yes. Northern shovelers. There's another redhead there at center. You can see a ring-necked duck kind of preening there, and oh, there it stopped kind of. I'm gonna move this. You know, let's move the car. So we've seen only one raptor to this point, and that was a northern harrier. We've seen no eagles, no hawks of any sort. Maybe eventually. Maybe. Let's stop right here, I guess. Let me look ahead. Don't do that. Oh, that sounded like, yes, I see a great blue heron. And geese are all of a sudden vocalizing for whatever reason. I'm guessing this is another great blue heron, but I'm not sure. I mean, it's a great blue heron. I'm not sure if it's a different one. I think it was it. Well, I don't know if it was a different one. I just saw that one, the first one I think we saw. I think it just moved, so I believe we have seen two. So, oh, who's that? I could be wrong. I believe this is a canvasback, a female canvasback. Oh, and they're swimming along from left to right. That is a pied-billed grebe. All right, we're going to move forward. Let's move along a little ways. We're hearing gadwalls again. There are definitely at least two great blue herons out there. I see them both now on the ground. All right, we've got a lot of ducks to look at now. We may, it may be just all more of the same, but a lot of ducks coming up. Hold on a second, I gotta deal with some things. I swear sometimes the camera strap wants to hold on to my hand. It's awful when you're trying to use your hand for something else and the camera strap has a hold of it. If you were to see me in the car right now, you'd see I'm all I'm boxed in by the setup I have on my left and the setup I have on my right. Let's stop here for a moment. Definitely have more canvasbacks now. Look right there. We have a couple males there. I don't know how well the color is coming through for you, but you can see their red heads and white flanks. There's a pintail that just went bottoms up. And you're hearing tundra swans. They sound like they might be fairly close, but they're not within view. We've got vegetation in the way. I wish I could see them, but I just can't. Oh, come on, don't do that. Lots of redheads, some ring-necked ducks, some pintails here and there. We're seeing a pintail that's swimming from left to right. Not sure what that is right there. Where'd it go? American widgeons again. Now last week, I hadn't, there's another, well, unless it's the same one, but there's a pied-billed grebe again. Last week, well in the back, there were also, I didn't notice them while we were actually here, but I saw in the video later when I was just taking a quick look. Last week, there were some ruddy ducks, so we'll have to keep an eye out for them as well. Okay, we're going to move on. Just move ahead a bit. One second. Get off me. I think I see a red-tailed hawk, actually. Get to a clearer area, although doing so may get us beyond the ducks.
Oh,
looks like a red-tailed hawk to me. Close the window. See if that helps. It just flew up there. It was in a different tree and just flew up there. So it's another raptor.
and we're going to move forward. Until we get to a clear spot. Okay, I see some American coots, and we're going to stop right here, I guess.
So we have a number of coots nearby, American coots. Again, I've mentioned before, they're not ducks, although they have that same overall form factor. And unsurprisingly, we also have nearby some American widgeons, which are ducks, but they seem to like to hang around the coots. And you're hearing, I'm not sure where they are, but you're hearing tundra swans. Why is it so dark? There it is. Looks like a lot of ring-necked ducks back there. You see a lot of these ducks, going bottoms up, and that's because they're not diving ducks, they're dabbling ducks, and they stay at the surface and everything, and they just don't generally dive for any purpose, not when they're feeding. Whereas the diving ducks will dive underneath the surface for their food, whether it's vegetation or prey of some sort. Back to the coots. Notice their dark bodies, even darker heads on the white bills. That's a northern shoveler there. Again, I'm not sure which tundra swans are making all this noise. Let me just move things over here. These are northern pintails. And I'm kind of looking backwards to see them, but they're such beautiful ducks. These are males, I think. I don't know if they're all males, but these few are. Okay. There are tundra swans out there. I don't know who's making all the noise. Maybe we're there? They could be hidden from us. I don't know, but the ones that are really vocalizing right now. Just a reminder also that it is my intention to have a broadcast on Thanksgiving Day. It'll be a short one, but if you'd like to join me, you're certainly welcome to do so. These are some gadwalls behind, gadwalls, and that's an American coot behind the northern pintails. That's a gadwall there. Somebody just dove nearby. High-billed grebe. If you're just joining us, we're in. Oh, there's a. That is a hooded merganser. Just popped up into view. We saw some last week. Couple males there. We saw males and females last week. Let's see if we can look out here a bit. It's going to be difficult just given the distance, but we'll look out here. Wish I didn't have to have a seatbelt on. Oh, but you need a seatbelt. No, you don't need a seatbelt. Certainly not all the time. So mostly ring-necked ducks out there, by the looks of things. Some tundra swans here and there. I believe they're tundras. problem I have with my setup here is it's not, it's not a, I want it to be a tripod, but it's not a true tripod. And no matter what, it can't be a true tripod. Oh, I don't know if there are more hooded mergansers, or if they're the same hooded mergansers. That might be a female there with them, right there bathing. All right, we're going to move forward. Look at something. Oh, I see a bald eagle up ahead in that same dead tree near the road. So we've seen a bald eagle, a red-tailed hawk, and a northern harrier. I see some northern pintails nearby. I don't know if I could show them to you. It would be nice if I could, but we've got vegetation in the way. Oh, wait, what's that? Oh, where are you? Oh, I had it. It's a harrier. Sorry. If I were standing outside of the car with and behind a tripod, I would have been able to stay with that. But I'm here in the car, and I'm not free to move. I'm stuck in my seat here. So I can't move around the stationary tripod itself. I can't step to one side of it or another as I want to, maybe point the camera. I point that out because, my point is I can't do everything I would want to. Like it or not, there are the laws of physics to contend with. This better be good. Okay. RC thinks there may have been a scaup in and amongst the ringneck ducks, but there may have been, I don't know. But let me get back to work here. A scaup would look very similar to a ringneck duck in many ways. And then, even then you don't know with certainty, because you'd have to wonder if it's a greater scaup or a lesser scaup. And they look very similar to each other. Oh, who's that? judging by those upturned tails, I think we have a couple ruddy ducks there. That is a female American widgeon. This is a female ring-necked duck. Northern pintail. Now, this is a male ring-necked duck. Look at that white. This one even more prominent. Look at the white at the shoulder. As I've mentioned before, if you're looking and trying to determine whether it's a ring-necked duck or a lesser scaup, or I'm sorry, or a scaup, you'll see that point, essentially a point of white at the shoulder on the male of the ring-necked duck. But on a scaup, it's more of a white flank, and not just at a point. Now, when they're not in breeding colors, for me, all bets are off. I have no idea. Okay, let's look here a bit. Oops. This is an American widgeon. Fairly close. And what else do we have nearby here? Do we have some scaups nearby? Here's an American widgeon. Look how close it is to the scaup. And I don't know if the scaups mind. I'm sorry, the widgeons mind. Okay, back to the closer widgeon if we can. 1 second. So we've got this widgeon here, and interestingly, it seems like a scaup is coming nearby it. I'm sorry, not a scaup. I'm sorry. And I'm wrong anyway. It seems like the American coot moved along. So anyway, I've discovered though a green-winged teal. First we've seen today, or at least that I've seen today here. It's a male. So, I if I misspoke and said scaups, I meant coots that were near the American widgeons. And the one, let's look out here a bit. Here's some widgeons. Any American coots near them? No, I guess not. But look, there's a here's an American coot here, and just looking around now. Here's an American coot, and notice the widgeon is a female widgeon near it. grebe. Okay, we're going to move on. Let's stop here for a moment. We're hearing the vocalizations of the tundra swans, but I would say overall they haven't been quite as vocal as they were last week. Could be wrong, but just that's my impression. Lots of ringneck ducks out there. Not saying exclusively, but we're going to move along a bit, I think. We startled some ducks that were nearby, unfortunately. It's never my intention to... Hold on a second. Never my intention to frighten any bird. And never my intention to, encourage any kind of reaction from a bird. I don't want, for instance, some people will, I've mentioned this before, but some people will, call or whatever because they want a particular bird to come out in the open. I will not do that. personally just don't find that acceptable. There's another. Looks like we may have a few, unless they manage to swim out there. Have a few hooded mergansers out here. Yeah, these look like ringneck ducks. We may... Is that a scaup there, out there with them? I'd have to look more closely at video, but I doubt it. I don't know. I don't think so. I think... Yeah, I think I'd have to look more closely at the video later, but... Okay, we're going to get moving because it's getting late. Getting late? Yes. Shovelers. Nice variety overall. Oh, in the air I see... I think I see maybe an eagle in the air, I'm not sure. And speaking of eagles, let's look here for a moment or two. Just see if I can lock on. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. bald eagle, looking beautiful. Unfortunately, my seatbelt gets in the way, believe it or not. Here's some tundra swans vocalizing. We're not really on, my setup is not level, so there's only so much I can do. And I could add a leveler to it. The problem is the amount of space the leveler would take. Just make some adjustments here. Well, in some ways this isn't as good as just the regular old beanbag. Shoot, I was just, there's a gull walking along the road. I was going to look at it and this pickup truck just came through and scared it off. Alright, we're going to move on along ourselves anyway. And let's... Let's just stop right here for a moment. Okay. More green-winged teals over here. All right, let's switch cameras, I think. Oh, you know what? 1 second. Yeah. Not quite yet. Just in case. So that eagle is just resting in that tree to our right. More mallards here. Let's keep moving. Mallards, American coots. Pied-billed grebe. Alright, I think alright, let's I'm gonna just leave everything in place for the moment. And if by any chance there's some, and I'm not saying there will be, but if the area up ahead is where we had seen sandhill cranes a couple weeks ago, if there are any there now, maybe we'll have a look. But I know we're moving along. Oh, this battery's about to die. You know what? Let's swap batteries right now. 1 second, and we're going to swap cameras.
Oh. Someone didn't get his batteries within reach. There we go. Alright, let's move forward. Gosh, I hate dealing with some of this stuff. Okay, there's a mallard there, but no cranes. Oh, no cranes or anybody else. Maybe more mallards. Yes, so a few mallards in total. But no cranes, no geese, nobody else that I can see. I see another, or maybe the same, northern harrier just flew by. And in the pool here at the end of the line, or at least before the turn, a number of mallards, and do I see something else maybe? Some green-winged teals and also a northern pintail. Could stop and look at them, but we're going to keep moving, I think. But wait. Oh, maybe possibly one other thing. Hold on. Possibly. Stupid seatbelt. Boy, annoying. It's too bad we have a bunch of nannies running the world.
Pintails, some mallards, and I thought I saw also, I don't know if I saw green-winged teals or not. I thought I might have. But the question is, did I see one other species? If I did, where'd it go? There it is. So behind the mallard, there's a male mallard there, and behind it is an American black duck swimming into the vegetation now. Did you see how similar it is to the mallard? Now here's a female mallard at center. Notice her orange bill, lighter overall color in terms of the browns. The American black duck, who is no longer in view, had a more greenish bill. Although a male mallard will have a more greenish bill, a little bit more greenish, but not as greenish as I would say as an American black duck's. But the American black duck is overall much darker. Is it truly black? No, but okay, there is a green-winged teal there as well. Glad to see them all, because let's see if we can find a mallard right nearby. Not right nearby. These are mallards, and of course they're closer, so that makes them look larger anyway. But a mallard, as I've mentioned on prior tours, it's a fairly large duck, one of the larger ducks that we will generally see. And the northern pintail is smaller than the mallard, and even smaller still is the green-winged teal. So okay, here we have the green-winged teals are behind that pintail, and you can see how much larger. Granted, the pintail's a little bit closer, but you can see how much larger the pintail is. Okay, now they're pretty much all the same distance. You can see how much larger the pintail is than the green-winged teals, and like I said, the mallards are even larger than the northern pintails. Let's see if that American black duck, I don't see it any longer. You know, we're going to move and maybe get that American black duck back into view. Now, to make things even worse, is American black ducks and mallards will sometimes hybridize. Oh, here. Wait, no. These are mallards. Oh, is that? No, that might be the black duck. Did you see its greenish bill? And darker overall appearance. Where's the female mallard? See how much lighter her bill is, and how it's a much brighter orange. Here's the black duck. Darker overall, and like I said, you can see that greenish, very greenish yellow to the American black duck's bill. But overall, very similar to the mallards, very, very similar. And if you've got a mix between a mallard and an American black duck, it can be tough to tell it from the other species. You know, from either of the two species. So I'm glad we got a good look at it, or a decent look. Might get it again. I'm not sure. Oh, hold on. Canada geese. Let's continue forward just a bit. Check something. Okay. You know, we might as well switch. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Well, you know what? We're gonna let me switch cameras and everything. Hold on.
Just not enough room. Like I said, one of these days I'm going to say, well, okay, you guys, you're going to have to do this on your own. There's no room for me in the car. Okay, I got to deal with one or two things here. 1 second. All right. There are some ducks, I think, over here. I don't know if I'll be able to show them to you, and I can't tell what they are yet. Okay, maybe over here now. Oh, look like they might be pintails. Yes, northern pintails. And a mallard. Alright, let's keep going. A couple more mallards just swam into my view. Hold on, I gotta deal with something. Come on, wire. Come on. Off. See some white in this in the pool here at the Benning Marsh. Looks like a few gulls. I'll take a quick look, I think. Looks like ring-billed gulls and some Canada geese. Swimming over here. I think more mallards. Oh, they might be shovelers. No. I think they're mallards. Let's keep going. Quick looks here. Just resting for the most part by the looks of things. Hold on. Mallards. right along faster than I would normally. But to our left, it's just primarily a lot of grass, so I'm not able to see there anyway, except in a few isolated areas. I just saw a couple gadwalls. Good chance that if we were in the spring right now as opposed to the autumn, and before a lot of this vegetation had grown in, I think it depends on what kind of winter we have, how much vegetation will remain standing, but sometimes it's all matted down. And hold on, more mallards to our left. Sometimes it gets matted down to the extent where it's like, okay, we have better views of the ground itself, and maybe we should slowly proceed through here, because there might be birds within view. But at least right now, all the grasses are tall and everything, so it's hard to see anything. Nothing. A couple ducks just flew by. It looked like they were mallards, if I had to guess. It's nice to, we get to see these varieties this time of year, of ducks, that is, and you can appreciate the differences in colors, in shapes, in sizes. A duck is not a duck is not a duck. I mean, they don't all look the same by any means. There's a great blue heron in the distance, not very close. I think we're going to keep moving. I'm concerned about time, of course. Here are some more ducks. That's what we have here. Not a lot, but I'll give you a quick look with this camera. They're green-winged teals, by the looks of things. Can I do this? No. Well, not conveniently, anyway. Like I said, green-winged teals here. Oh, and a great blue heron. Might be the same great blue heron that was over here. Hold on. I think I'm hearing a shorebird. And I might be seeing some, I'm not sure. Those are shorebirds of some sort. I wonder if the shorebird that I've been hearing has been calling to them or something. It's possible. Anyway, the great blue heron is now over here. I think it's the same one. Again, not very close. We're gonna. Oh, there it goes again. It's November, so
hey, I saw that. Pretty soon they're going to be leaving. Might stay around if conditions are okay for it, but eventually they will likely be very few and far between over the winter. But we've seen them every once in a while. If conditions have allowed. Oh. Oh, stupid. One thing about this camera that's so silly. I think I just saw a peregrine falcon, but I'm not sure. There it is. And it's going after that bird. I'm having a hard time staying focused. Okay, let me look with binoculars. 1 second. I don't see them. We've lost sight of it, but that was what looked like a determined chase by the peregrine falcon. If I had to guess, this is just speculation on my part, but if I had to guess, it was eventually going to catch it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. I mean, the peregrine is used to doing a chase like that. I don't know if that shorebird it was chasing is used to being chased like that. But I believe that was a peregrine falcon, and we just, given the distances, I had a hard time keeping the autofocus focused. Might have done a little bit better if I had been, standing outside of the car and using my a tripod and the other setup. But anyway, I don't see them any longer. I don't know if this is the same great blue heron or not. Could very well be. Couple gulls here. Let's look at one or both of them. And if I'm not mistaken, that might be a herring gull. This looks like ringbill, but I'm not sure if this is a... I think it probably is a herring gull, but I'm not positive. Yeah, I think that's my guess. Alright, let's keep moving. Oh goodness, this wire keeps getting caught on this one same spot. Okay. Alright, let's keep going. It's been an interesting visit here. Overall, I think I see some Canada geese in the distance. Just look at it with binoculars. Yes, Canada geese. Some other ducks are way out there. Let's take a quick look. I don't know what they are. Oh, come on. There you go. I'm not sure what they are. Are they mallards? Yeah, I guess so. Interesting. They're just swimming along together. No, meandering or anything. That might be a black duck with them. American black duck. I think so, in the foreground. Possibly a hybrid. Right there. Alright, we're going to move on. So we haven't really seen a lot of raptors today, but we've seen, I believe, 4 species. We've seen red-tailed hawk, northern harrier, bald eagle, and peregrine falcon. Numerous duck species, that is. A few other species such as pied-billed grebes and American coots, swans, tundra swans definitely. It's possible I may have heard a trumpeter. I'm not sure. I would not count on it, but I thought I heard one or 2 vocalizations, but I could have been confusing that sound with something else. I've seen a few shorebirds, not too many, but a few.
know if you've seen it or not, but there's some, some heavy equipment up ahead and to our left now. Looks like it's a mowing device. So they don't mow everything down, to my knowledge, but they do mow some of it just to keep it, back away from the road a bit. But doesn't mean that we'll always have a clear view. It just helps a little bit. A few green-winged teals like we've been seeing here. We're going to keep moving. But the last few weeks we've seen, numbers there. And I think this will just about do it for Wildlife Drive. Not bad. A few beautiful things, some interesting activity. Certainly quite a few birds overall. Just want to check on one thing here. Let me get out of the road. Just check on something. Okay, that's all I wanted to know. I can't even get my arm. Gets caught up on the two rigs I have on either side of me. It's just crazy. It really is. It's just crazy, the whole thing. The whole thing. Looking, I don't know if I noticed them before or if they're new or what, but if you look out on Mays Point Pool, there are a number of the muskrat mounds, and I don't believe I've been seeing them. Now maybe it could be that they've been there, but the vegetation is now settling down and out of view, and maybe those mounds are now in view as a result. But I saw several mounds, there. That's interesting. We've seen. Looks like our signal's having a little bit of an issue. We've seen, in our stops there. Sometimes I've seen just driving by, even if we don't stop. Sometimes I've seen, a Canada goose, for instance, on just sitting on top of a mound. So some have been there. I have not seen lately any eBird alerts regarding the Hudsonian godwits, so maybe they left, or at least left that area that we've seen them at. Our signal's weakening. I'll tend to it when I pull over. Or at least I'll check on things as best I can. If necessary. up, to our right, there's a field that has been harvested for at least a few weeks, but I see in the distance some kind of harvesting equipment being used. You can just barely see it, but it's there, so the harvesting continues. So I'm not really seeing anything, at least with the naked eye as I drive. Nothing yet. Oh, I do see there's a northern harrier in the air. Where'd it go? I saw it a second ago. There it is. Northern harrier in the air flying around to our right. Not convenient for me, but no, I don't see any cars around with people, obviously doing any bird watching. So there's not much to see down here today. We'll take a quick look. I did see, I believe, some swans. A couple of them. I don't think we're going to spend much time here at all today. Let me just take a quick look at the binoculars. Mallard. There's not much here. Not obvious to the naked eye, anyway. A couple more, 2 or 3 more mallards, maybe 4. All right, well, more than that, actually. That's a mallard also. Oh, I think it was a mallard. Maybe not. No, it might not have been. It might have been something else. Now that I think about it. Well, we're going to turn around. We're not going to stay. Couple swans. See if I can kind of look at them. I'm not. Oh, who's that? I believe it's a northern harrier, if I'm not mistaken, and there's a gull here. The harrier. Okay, let's look at the swans if we can. And mallards. I'm not sure what kind of swans they are. I guess we could try to find out, but we're gonna keep going. We have only so much time. I wouldn't even consider this a visit. This is just a quick run through, and I wouldn't even consider it a visit. There's the area. May have been more ducks, but again, I'm concerned about the time. I want to keep moving. There may be what's that white bird over there? Looks like a couple more swaths. Can't tell what they are from here. Let's keep going. Again, time is short, so I don't mean to shortchange an area, but I have to be practical in terms of how much time we have. We'll do a little bit of driving around, and I think then we'll go to East Road, and I think that just may be it for Montezuma. We're not going to stop at, for instance, at Shockey or at Mays Point. Up ahead is where that cat jumped out in front of me last week. I had to hit the brakes in a hurry. Later on when I was Later on when I was heading home in the dark, another cat jumped out in front of me. So I don't know if you can tell, but it looks like they did go maybe one machine pathway. One machine width pathway to our right in terms of harvesting the cornfield. And as I recall, we were seeing some of that, last week as well, and some areas harvested and some not. I wonder if it could be a time issue, it could be a capacity issue, it could be who knows. Maybe they can only harvest so much and store so much, and it takes time to process it all. Okay, now the area we're driving by now, a little bit more has been harvested. As I look at the corn plants and look, a little bit more closely to see if I can see the actual ears of corn, they're almost all at the same level. I mean, not perfectly so, but pretty close. I mean, the ears themselves, and of course the corn plants are all pretty much the same height. to our right, I just saw some heavy equipment. They're clearly doing some harvesting. Like one machine was feeding, I guess, corn into the trailer of another. When you see all of this going on, it just gives you hope that you can glean from it a little bit of an appreciation. You realize how much work goes into just producing the food that is required to feed the country, and you just get a little bit of a sense of how much is involved. I mentioned it before, but when I was in Nebraska, now when I was there, there was no harvesting being done. It was before the growing season had begun, and the area in general could use more water than it receives in terms of rain. And as I've mentioned, I'm sure I've mentioned it before, but it seemed like everywhere you looked, as you drove around and you were driving by agricultural fields, you would see irrigation devices everywhere you looked. I mean, they were all over the place. And again, I had, I guess at least a reinforced appreciation for how much goes into producing, growing, producing, manufacturing, and distributing the food that we have in this country. Okay, I don't see anything with the naked eye. No, I see a couple birds in the air. I'm not sure what they are. I see a pigeon. A couple more pigeons. Let me just stop here and take a quick look with binoculars. I see a lot of sandhill cranes. A fair number of them. All right, let's go see if we can maybe, possibly, hopefully, have a better look at them. A few more pigeons. Is this where I want to go, I guess? This may not be the best location, I don't know. Let me look with binoculars here. This might be tough. Oh, this might not be as bad as I thought. They won't be close, but let's see what we can do here. Oh, is that yet more? Okay, we're going to see if we can, I've got to reposition the car again, but let's see if we can get a
slightly better look. They're not close, so it's not going to be easy. Just see what makes sense here. I think this should be just about right. 1 second. That might be a little better. Oops.
Oh, come on, seatbelt. Stupid seatbelt. It's just keeps getting... I have a handle on my setup over here, and it gets caught on the seatbelt.
So we've got some heat shimmer at work here. We're not going to stay too long and look at them just because of the distances involved, unless they come closer or something. And while you're looking there, I'm just going to take a quick look with binoculars. Do see a gull in the distance. I'm really not seeing anything else. So because of the quality of this view, which is not the best, given the distance, we're going to move on, I think, very shortly. Okay, I think we are going to move on.
And see if there's anything of interest there. Again, I'd love to stay and look at them, but they're just too far away for a good sharp look. We might have been better off, for instance, if I had, if we wanted to look at cranes today, maybe I should have, gotten everything out of the car near the visitor center and gone on the deck. We would have had a closer view there. But again, it's just a matter of dealing with all the reconfiguration and everything. I just wanted to get going. And everything. I just wanted to get going. It's not that it's so difficult to do; it just takes time. And sometimes, every once in a while, getting in or out of the car does cause a problem, but just because something goes haywire. So we're going to head to East Road, and we'll take a look there. But there may not. I don't know if there's much going on at any time, unless there's something really interesting or. We're on East Road. Our signal has been a little bit shaky at times today. Hold on. Up ahead on the wire, I see I'm not sure. It's a small bird. It just took off. And there were other birds similar, I think, and they took off too. I don't know what they were. Something in the dead tree up ahead, and I've seen it before. Depending on how it looks, sometimes it looks like, oh, could that be a bird there? And it's not, but I have at times seen that, yes, there is a bird there. So it's worth pausing to look. I see looks like some white birds in the air, some swans, and okay, let's move forward here. Pickup truck we just passed had no one in it. You might say so. Well, this makes me wonder what's going on. So no bird watcher, and no bird watcher that I can see standing around or anything, so you wonder if it's a hunter. I don't know if hunting season's open just yet, but if not, it will be soon. I hear an American crow. Okay, let's take a quick look at things here. You know what? First with this camera.
Looks like we do have some sandhill cranes here. A fair number of them. And some ducks down there of some sort. I did see those swans. I'm not sure what they were, but I did see a few swans in the air. Some Canada geese. Okay, let's Let's take a quick look. We don't have a lot of time, but let's take a quick look. Again, this is, I think, our last stop up here for the day before I head back to Ithaca. Wait a minute, what do I hear? Oh! I thought so. Hold on. Boy, are they wonderful. I don't know. I stayed with a few of those three. I don't know where the rest went. I only stayed with those three so I could, keep in the screen at once. So they landed a little bit closer, I would say, down here. Let's take a look at them again. We have a little heat shimmer at work, so we're not getting the clearest of views, but I heard them before I saw them. Looks like a shorebird of some sort down there. Not sure what it is. To me, it doesn't look. I wonder if it's a dunlin. It doesn't look like a yellow legs to me, for instance. But we're definitely seeing some mallards down there. Some smaller ducks too. Green-winged teals by the looks of it. Okay, I think this... I can't stay with them given where they're going. But those three, and I wonder if they're a family unit, I still see them. Still see them. They look like they just came in for a landing, and they're on this. They're still on the left-hand side of the road. It's tempting to go. Oh, let me go look at them. But I have a feeling we might startle them away, and I don't want to do that. Let's just look down here a little bit. Lots of mallards down there. A number of crows are flying around up there. At least 8. Just look down here a little bit. I think we do have some green-winged teals down there. See that one that's kind of preening there, roughly at center screen? I saw that white vertical line at its shoulder. That to me says, you know, green-winged teal. Right, we're going to move ahead. Leave everything in place. Now up ahead there's a cornfield. To our right, our immediate right, I don't know what was there. It doesn't look like it was corn. And then it becomes a cornfield. And oh, hold on one second. Okay. And it's been harvested. I see the sandhill cranes, the three. We're gonna see if we can maybe get a slightly better look at them. I don't want to get too much closer. Yeah, they look like 2 adults and 1 juvenile. This one's an adult, this one in the middle is an adult, and then, oh no, that one in the middle is the juvenile. Hold on, what are those? Probably geese. I think they're geese. And they are. What I have not seen a lot of today, and I don't know if it's all pretty much done or not, I don't know. I have not seen a lot of flocks of Canada geese, you know, flying in. I haven't seen any of that. We saw more of that last week, not this week. And the sandhill cranes were closer, but they're out of view now because of the hill. So we're going to keep going. In fact, no, we're not going to keep going. I think that's going to be it for the Montezuma area this week. I think I should get going. It's late, and let's say roughly 4:15. That sounds early, but it's not. Okay, 4:15, everybody. Let me see if you received the message. Hello everybody, welcome to Sapsucker Woods. We're going to skip the campus. We just don't have the time, I believe. So I decided we'll come right here. And while I'm getting ready, well, we'll do our best to take a look around, and I have something to share with you. I would have been here a few minutes earlier, but no! Somebody, a bird, had to stop me.
So I just need to bundle up a bit. It's rather cold here, 40 degrees, cloudy, and we'll do the best we can. Oh, I need gloves, definitely. And I mean warm gloves. Oh, that's where the hat is. I was looking for the hat. Well, I couldn't find that hat earlier today, this morning. Or maybe it was last night. No, this morning. So I'm now wearing the hat, my emergency hat that I bought in Nebraska. When I found myself without a hat because it was packed away where I couldn't access it. One day, the first day that we actually went around. After that, I did have my hat. But I bought this at a place where we stopped just to keep warm. Unfortunately, that store didn't have gloves, but I didn't have my gloves either. So that first day was a tough one. One second. I just gotta get things where I like them. Okay. I need a tripod, and then and another coat, and then we'll get going. You're looking out my side window. I did see some starlings as I drove in, but they're the only birds that I've seen since I arrived. And then I think at the end of our tour, unless I'm freezing or something, we'll have a little bit of an after tour with something I recorded after I closed everything up in Montezuma. Oh, I just heard a woodpecker. It sounded like either a hairy or a downy. Unfortunately, with this colder temperatures and the need for covering over my ears, it's more difficult for me to hear. So we're using the setup I would have used last week if we had had the time and everything to deal with it. Oh. I don't know what happened there. Okay, all right. Be right with you. As I said, it's 40 degrees and it's breezy, so it feels colder than that maybe. I'm not going to say it's wind chill. I mean, we're too early in the season to talk about wind chill, but it's not a warm breeze. Wearing my absolute warmest coat. I didn't bother to bring that with me, but I am wearing the warmest one I have with me. We'll get going in a moment. I'm sorry we have to skip the campus today, but we just don't have the time. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to use this camera while wearing gloves.
time will tell. Okay, I think we're about ready to go. So this is a heavy setup, and I have to leave the camera on the tripod the whole time. So at times I might lift it over my head quite a ways, and it might be difficult for you to hear me as a result. So forgive me for that. It's been an interesting day so far, obviously. And hopefully I'll be able to share that little bit I recorded after we parted ways in Montezuma. You might be able to hear the breeze that is blowing right now. So we're obviously still under construction here, and it will be under construction until the spring, from what we're told. And you know, you never know if there could be delays in construction for any reason. I mean, that's true of, I hear Canada geese, it's true of any and all construction. You never know when the wrong product comes in, or you have a hard time obtaining a given product, material or something. If you've ever been involved in any construction at all, whether it's residential or commercial or whatever, you know that. Oh! Who's this? First of all, I hear a red-bellied woodpecker, but these are hooded mergansers. Good to see you. I don't know if I've ever seen that many at once here. Maybe I have. Here. What was that? Did I just hear a belted kingfisher? I think I did. I may have, but I thought I heard something else. I'm not sure what. Okay, anyway, Canada geese here. Did I hear something else is the question. I thought I heard something unusual. It could have been a human being on the other side of the pond. That's very possible. How about the mergansers? Are they in view anywhere? Maybe not. Now they are. The hooded merganser is a small duck, so and they're a diving duck. Hold on, let me try to get things locked here. So I mean, much smaller than a mallard, for instance. That's a female there, and this is a male. Now, right now, you can see it's just there we go, just a line of white on its head, but then every once in a while when it raises that crest, you see the, almost looks like it's raising a sail. And the others are not really in view, but I'm glad that these are allowing us to see a little bit. So while you're looking there, I'm going to look around with binoculars just a bit. Hearing some Canada geese vocalizing. Well, there is somebody on the other side of the pond, I think. Yes. So there might be people that I heard. Maybe that's what it was. I'm not sure. And hooded mergansers, more Canada geese over here. And coming back in the view over on this side, Canada geese and that one, two hooded mergansers. Alright, we're gonna I think we're gonna get to the trails. Oh. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Did I hear a robin? I'm not sure if I heard a robin or not. Yes, I did hear a robin, just now. So, American robin. And again, these are hooded mergansers. They are ducks, but they're small ducks. Okay, let's get to the trails. We only have so much time before the sun sets today. And, see, I'm hearing a woodpecker. I don't know if... Oh, definitely just heard the a belted kingfisher somewhere. Over here somewhere, I think. Yeah, there it is. It's been a little bit since we've seen one here. Let me zip up my jacket a bit. It's cold. All right, let's get to the trails. in a moment. That, we just heard a Carolina wren. Sounds like it's near the near the feeding garden. Wouldn't mind seeing one. And I'm hearing red-winged blackbirds. Somebody just took off. I think it may have been I don't know what it was. Oh. I think I just saw a mourning dove, but I'm not sure. Oh, no, no. I did see a mourning dove. Okay, I don't know where the Carolina wren is. All right, let's get to the trails. If the geese are going to come in, they could come in any moment. So we may miss them, I don't know. As I was saying about my hat, and I've told this story before, but in case you missed it, when I went to Nebraska to see, I don't know if you can hear me, when I went to Nebraska to see sandhill cranes, I was on a guided tour, and I accidentally had packed my hat and gloves in with my luggage, which was on, in the storage compartment of the bus. And I had no access to it. And it was cold that first morning. Actually, it was cold that first day. It eventually warmed up a bit. But somebody's tapping. Oh, I see it. I see it. Hey, stay there. Come on, autofocus. Okay, you're not working. I think it's a downy, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'd say downy. All right, we're going to keep going. It's behind. Uh-oh. hear Canada geese in flight. Oh, come on. Now my tripod has a problem. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think, and 1. One more separate. No. Not 1. 1, 2, 3. About 12. So 6 and 12, 18 total. Just about, unless I missed one. It's tempting to go right back, and maybe we should. In a way, I'm thinking maybe we should go right back to the near the lab, the arbor area. I'll tell you one thing. I smell a lot of engine exhaust right now. It's not pleasant. We'll keep going. Never know, we might see something in the woods that we'll be glad to see. It's always a possibility. Wish these boardwalks are a little bit wider. What happens is, as I'm walking, sometimes I'll catch the tripod leg on one of the rails or posts. My goodness. Sorry, I gotta deal with something. Hold on. Alright, that's better. More geese coming in. More geese coming in. Alright, let's keep going. Maybe this is the wrong decision to walk like this, I don't know. Just heard somebody. Well, today is the 11th, and we should acknowledge it's Veterans Day. Hopefully, think about our veterans, think about all the wars that have been fought for freedom. But as I understand, Veterans Day, we celebrate on the 11th day of the 11th month. It's really related to the end of World War I. A horrific war. As all wars are. The cause of freedom is a just one, without any doubt.
unfortunate that often we have to fight for it, to protect it. We should be grateful for all those who have done so for us. So the woods are, as I was saying, it is November, and it looks like November. The trees are mostly empty of their leaves. And, some of the leaves that are remaining on the trees now, there's, those leaves may stay even all winter, for all we know. Or well into it anyway. The trail itself, as I think you can see, has some leaves on it, but not a lot, and they've been stepped on and crunched down. And for the most part, and they're there, but you can kind of see the mulch, the normal mulch that's coming through. Now, off the trail, there's a coating of leaves, understandably and expectedly. Hello.
Hi.
I hear more geese. I don't know if they're coming in or just geese at ground level. Woods are quiet, understandably. No mosquitoes, or at least none that I can see. Anyway, like I said, you get some of these kinds of leaves. Now, some of these will still drop, I'm sure. But, sometimes you see some trees with a few leaves remaining, and those leaves will remain, through the winter, no problem. For whatever reason, they just don't drop. It happens. Again, I'm hoping, barring some issue or something, I'm hoping to have, to have a tour on Thanksgiving Day, the 23rd. It will be a shortened one, as usual, because I realize that people want to spend time with their non-birding friends and family. I've come to, I think our tour with, there are people who tune in regularly, chat in the chat room, and it's our own little grouping of friends and family in a way. Do I see anything? No. There's still, what was that? Was that something? Maybe not. I saw something moving. It may have just been a leaf. Yeah, it probably was. Okay. But you still see some greenery. Maybe not a healthy looking green, but, down near ground level in some spots here.
as I've mentioned before, I have come to enjoy winter and fall both for their own reasons. And but I will say, you know, we can go through winter, and after a while, you know, I look forward to spring eventually. Hold on one second. Okay. So not really anything going on within view here. Let's continue, and let's get to the next stop here. There's not much going on here. Oh, hold on. Who's that? Somebody flying through the air. And oh, hold on. Woodpecker, maybe? Looks like it. Looks like a downy. And it just flew. It's still nearby, but we're going to move on. Alright, let's go. We have seen a downy, and we've also heard a red-bellied woodpecker. Now, if you don't know, we might be missing some Canada goose arrivals. If you don't know, the woodpeckers we would regularly expect to see here, not right now, but during the course of a year, are pileated woodpecker, hairy woodpecker, downy woodpecker, northern flicker, yellow-bellied sapsucker, and red-bellied woodpecker. And of all those that I just listed, to my knowledge, the only one that's migratory and leaves is the yellow-bellied sapsucker, the bird after which the woods were named. Let me just make some adjustments here. Maybe that's too much. Is that somebody? Who's that? Those mallards? Yes, mallards. Three males there and another male there. Canada geese there. A couple more there, a few more there. I'm going to look with binoculars though. Let me just back things off to here. I think I'm soon going to need the batteries for my gloves. I didn't bring them, and I think we're reaching the point already where I wish I had them. I'm just looking with binoculars right now. Looking around, I don't see anything coming in. Maybe we'll not stay here too long. Maybe we'll continue walking. Might not be a bad idea. By the way, you may have missed it in MeWe, or maybe you don't even, maybe you're not on MeWe with us, but, hold on, I hear something. What is that? What is that? A couple of them, maybe. You may recall, last week we saw a bird, a wren of some sort, near the that first boardwalk, the Podell boardwalk. And I wasn't sure what it was, but looking at it later, and I guess the chat room eventually decided that it was, and I'm pretty sure it was, I agree. It was a winter wren that we saw last week. Not today, no, we haven't seen one today. But as it happens, the Lab of Ornithology, they issue their newsletter, and they happen to have, they have a regular article on there. What species is this? And it happened to be winter wren. So we had the same question, different situations. Somebody's nearby. I don't know what. So I'm hearing all the Canada geese, and I don't know if I hear a high-pitched chip note nearby. Almost sounds like that of a cardinal. Okay, we're gonna keep going though. I think we'll keep moving rather than just stay here. Maybe that's a mistake, maybe not. I just want to see if I'm hearing calls from geese that are coming in. Maybe not. Okay, let's go. Hold on, I gotta adjust things. Lately, I've been seeing this particular pathway in the dark. Hold on, I gotta do something again. This thing out. There we go. Sounds like geese are coming in. I don't see any. Oh, I do see one. let's continue. That's the only one I saw in the air. I don't know if there were others that I missed, but that's the only one I saw. Remember, I'd like to play something I recorded earlier today. It's not very long. You might enjoy it. I enjoyed it. Sounds like we may have more geese coming in. Two. I see two coming in. You know something? Okay, that's better. Did these leave? I think they left. I may be wrong. I think they may have left. Maybe not. I don't know. You can see that we've got Canada geese out there, but the mergansers are in and amongst them. Hooded mergansers. And there they go. Is that all of them? No. I still see 4, but I'll bet they leave too. I might say, I don't know. Do I hear somebody? Alright. Okay, so oh, wait, somebody else just came in. Mallards. They may... there's a male there and a female there. I don't know where they were, but we saw 4 males earlier on the other side of the berm. I didn't happen to see this female, but she may have been there, for all I know. They'll leave too, I bet. Okay, I'm gonna just leave it here for now. Warm up my fingers a bit. And I'm going to brighten things up a bit. Did some geese leave? I don't know. It's quiet so far. I mean, some geese have arrived, but not a huge number by any means. And we've obviously seen some mallards and some hooded mergansers. What else have we seen here today? Saw or heard some starlings. Seems like geese are leaving. Those geese left. A couple more are leaving. Was it something I said? They might come back. I don't know. It's always a possibility. A duck just flew by me, a smaller duck. I don't know what it was. It may have been a merganser, I don't know, but it flew down from somewhere. It just flew right by me and towards the water. I don't know where it landed exactly. Let me walk over here just a bit. Look at it. And see if maybe on the water here somewhere. Nothing that I can see. So, rather than, at least for the moment, rather than stay here, it seems like the geese are leaving. We had some come in, and now it seems like we have many leaving us. Interesting that happens. I don't, obviously I don't know why. Normally we expect them to come here and stay here. Come here for the evening and stay overnight. It's my guess that we're going to see more departures. I don't know, though. We've got some geese coming in now. Seems like we just can't decide what we're doing here. If anyone's keeping account, my suggestion is don't. Now this is just a move, I think, from one part of the pond to the other. There, with those 2 or 3 that just moved. Oops, sorry. I wonder if we should continue our walk and head back closer to the pond while it's still a little bit light and I can kind of sort of see. That might not be a bad idea. Let's do that while I'm able. Okay, let's do that. If necessary, we'll stop. Now I'm not likely to see too many, if any, birds between here and there, just because it's getting dark. Hold on one second. Oh, we've got... Yep, more leaving. Oh, no. See? They decided just to relocate by the looks of things. Okay. Alright, let's keep walking. This is, I don't know how light it looks to you. I can see what my camera screen is showing me, and that's a lot lighter than it really is, but I can see. Sounds like some geese in flight again. Maybe just relocating, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's my guess. So, no herons here today that I've seen. I have to say, I've enjoyed the walk, though. It's cold here. It feels like November. But you know what? As I said before, sometimes we have very beautiful days here in November. And I don't know if it was ever sunny here today. If it was, I'll bet it was pretty. You know, the pond doesn't have a lot of lily pads on it any longer. They're all cleared away. Now, it may have been may have been breezy or something. Maybe the water wasn't smooth at the time. I don't know. We're going to skip the fuller wetlands, of course. The last few weeks I've been walking this part in the dark with a flashlight out, you know, my phone. I hear geese coming in now, I think. Maybe, maybe not. Hard to tell. They've been, you know, we saw geese come in, we've seen geese leave, we've seen geese relocate. So, as I said, if you're trying to keep count of them all, don't. Actually, the footage I want to share with you is recorded on a different camera, but I swapped memory cards so I could play it on this one. Did you ever imagine that you'd be doing something like this? I don't know about you, it's fun for me. It's fun to see what birds are out there. Occasionally get a beautiful look at something, an interesting look. If you're carrying a heavy camera setup, you get a good workout for your forearms. Let me just make adjustments here. I hear vocalization, but it's difficult to tell what they mean. You know, even that is something, if you think about it. You know, you do something like this, and eventually you get an appreciation for the sounds, not just, okay, that's a Canada goose, but what does this sort of sound mean? Is it, you know, when you hear, you know, the Canada goose vocalizations that we're hearing, they're essentially the same that we hear all the time. But how many are we hearing? And how much urgency is there, or how rapid are the vocalizations being made? It all says something. So the geese are on the other side, over there. for the most part. Are there any geese over on this side? I don't know. It is very dark, and so I'm having a hard time sharing anything with you at this point. We'll wait here. And again, I want to share a little bit of video I recorded earlier. And we may not see any more goose movements in or out today. I don't know. A little bit of color in there in that sky, and it's not just the camera's doing it. I can see it with my own eyes. I think the autofocus is struggling a bit. And I'm lightening it up almost as much as I can go. Now it's as much as I can go. I can't go any brighter than that. So we're running out of time. It's been a good day though. Sure, I would have liked to have spent more time here and there. You know, I realized if I were thinking about Montezuma today, not as much about the birds, but about the conditions. There was some heat shimmer. Now, some of that may have been because it was cold outside and I had, you know, it was warmer in my car, and the difference in temperatures may have led to that heat shimmer. We saw when I closed the windows back up, even though we were looking through glass, sometimes the view was clearer. Didn't have the blurriness, although the color was distorted by the glass itself. And that may be something we're going to have to do more often, now that I think about it, as winter goes on. Let me make an adjustment here. Oops, didn't want to do that. Can't even see my camera controls. There we go. So autofocus doesn't want to work right now, so let's change it, and we'll go with manual. There we go. Just waiting a few more minutes just to see if any other geese show up. It's, I think, unlikely. But anyway, the conditions were difficult in that regard, as I mentioned in Montezuma today. And, you know, realizing that, I may, this winter, you know, just do things a little differently. Keep the windows closed more often. It did help. But overall, a nice variety of ducks today. I think we, in terms of number of species, I think we saw about as many this week as we did last week. I'm not sure. RC had said we may have seen a scaup. I'm not sure if I saw one or not, to include with all the gadwalls and American widgeons and mallards and redheads, what else? Canvasbacks. What else did we see? We did see a few ruddy ducks. Obviously northern shovelers, an American black duck or two. So green-winged teals, a blue-winged teal. So nice variety overall. We did see up there also some hooded mergansers. So a good variety. I may have seen myself some common mergansers as I drove between Ithaca and Montezuma. I did not stop at any time, so I don't know if I saw common or red-breasted or both. We also saw here, you know, we did see, what was that? Well, I don't know if we're going to see any more geese, so maybe I'll walk where I can kind of see my camera controls, and I'll have to disconnect the camera for a moment to find the video file, and then and then play it. It's a clumsy process, unfortunately, but it's one I have to deal with. So I think I'll walk closer to the lab and benefit from the lab's lighting. Did see some sandhill cranes today in Montezuma. Nice to see them. It shows how important conditions can be. Remember, a couple weeks ago we saw 3 of them in bright sunshine, but for whatever reason, we didn't have to deal with any, essentially no heat shimmer. But today, there was heat shimmer for whatever reason. Alright, I'll stop over here and see if I can see my camera controls. And if I can, kind of. Alright, I think I can. Oops, I want to do that. That's better. Alright, let me see what I can do here. I'm going to, I have to disconnect you so that I can see the video files. I don't have too many to find. I think I should be able to find it. And then and then I'll see if we can play it so that you can see what I saw. This was in, I'll tell you what it was. It was in Montezuma just after I started to drive back, but I caught sight of something. And I think you'll like it. We've seen them before, but it's always a pleasure to see it. And let me just get things configured here. Alright. Okay, let's give it a try. Okay, I'm going to disconnect you for a few moments. Up just a bit. So these aren't normally around here in the warmer months, but now it's November and now they're here. Called a rough-legged hawk because of the feathers that go all the way down to the feet on its legs. It comes from northern climates, so that helps to keep it warm. So I'm in a hurry to get back to Ithaca, but this is a nice sighting. those legs. So you can see the feathers go all the way down. Beautiful bird. I believe this is a juvenile. The adults are darker overall, darker heads. Something seems to maybe have its attention. Where's it? Just wish I were on a tripod. I might have been able to follow it better. Okay, nice sighting. I'm going to let it go. It's on the power lines, but I'm going to let it go. See it? We are out of light. We're out of time. It's time for me to pack up and head home. I do hope you've enjoyed the day as much as I have. It's been a pleasure as always. Definitely a pleasure. Definitely a privilege. But it's time for me to head home. Take care, everybody. Have a great night. God bless the birds. Have a good night, everyone.